Welcome to Ultimate General Civil War. I've played as the Confederates in every playthrough I've done of this game. Now I'm going to play as the Union. Gonna go with tactician, artillery, and politics. Brigadier General and Grant. Just as like I name my character Lee, if I'm playing the Confederates, I'm gonna go with Grant, the most famous, arguably, Union general in the war. Our main objective is to secure the small town and its railroad station. According to our scouts, the garrison should not exceed 3,000 soldiers. We must capture a town before rebel reinforcements arrive via railroad. Okay. Here we go. It's advised to use your vanguard to clear the town's perimeter from skirmishers or other threats. The rest of your forces are en route and will arrive from the southwest. Assault the town when all your forces are present. So, I start with Zook and 2 brigades of skirmishers, level 1. Okay. I'm going to do as the game told me to do, which is to clear the high ground, to clear the path of skirmish. Now, the reason I have never played the Union in a campaign is that the Union actually had every advantage in the war, at least on a strategic level. Not so much on a tactical level. The Confederates actually did have better generals and, more crucially, more troops. Like, much of the Confederate army was made up of hardened veterans of American wars. So they know how to fight what essentially would become, towards the end of it, especially a modern war. But the Union had the industry, the economy, and the Confederates also faced a blockade from the Union Navy. So they suffered heavily as a result of it. Now, mind you, the Confederates did bungle a lot, especially in the West. And the East, things, well, outside of Gettysburg, things were a lot different. So I always find it more interesting to play, I guess, the underdog. Because here's the thing, as the Confederates, you start strong because you have, you know, better troops in a fight, but the Union has better technology. So the Union is more powerful late game, far more powerful late game than it is in the early game. The Confederates actually, like as the Confederates, you have to make a lot of decisions in order to preserve, to have enough strength at the end game to take Washington, D.C., which in this game is as much of a mammoth task as you would think it would be. And the impregnable city of Washington, D.C., that it actually was during the war. It's a massive undertaking, and even after you've taken it, even after you've dealt with tens of thousands of Union troops in heavily fortified positions across the entire city, the next thing you do right after that, with very little opportunity to recover from the brutal slogging you've gone through, is that you have to deal with the entire Army of the Potomac. It's a brutal fight. It makes it grand, to be clear. It's actually a grand campaign. It makes Total War look like shit. But, you know, it's a real slugfest. I fucking love it. Whereas with the Union, and this is something you could see in Ultimate General Gettysburg, sure, the early part might be more difficult because the enemy troops are superior, but, you know, you can get veteran troops yourself, and you do have a late game advantage, especially with your rifles. Reinforcements have arrived, head to the town. Okay, so we've got some cavalry over here. That is coming, and we've also got infantry. Now, I'm going to take my artillery, position them over here, and start bombarding the hell out of the enemy. With regards to my skirmishers, their task is done, basically. I'm not going to use skirmishers to assault the city, clearly. That would just be a foolish move as far as I see it. Now, attacking the city, attacking town, sorry, is a very different affair than what I've fought so far. So I'm going to move these 2 brigades over here on this side and position them in such a way as to take... Oh, no, they're gonna position themselves in a bad manner. Like it seems the AI is being pretty stupid. It doesn't matter. Like, the AI in Ultimate General is okay. No, it actually makes some smart decisions. And given the design of the game, like, you're never gonna have AI that's gonna match a human player, that's just it. But you can design the game in such a way that the AI can actually pose a credible, can be a credible opponent for a human player like myself to deal with. Now, this is on normal. I have no interest in playing this game on its highest difficulty, because on the highest difficulty, you know, just stab bonuses, unfair ones, and I feel that the game is good enough by itself that you don't need that. In Total War games, that's very different, because in Total War games, the AI is crap, the design of battles is shit, and you don't have to worry about anything, you know, stuff like supply. Well, Thrones of Britannia actually introduced the idea of army supply in a game, so that's actually a very welcome development. Should have done it a long time ago, but still. But even then, in Thrones of Britannia, the battles, the problem with Total War is that the battles are just like every single battle, each individual battle is a one set piece, right? You don't have to care about the greater picture when you're in a battle. It doesn't really matter how many troops you lose in most battles unless there's an enemy army right next to the fight you're having that you need to engage, or a city that you need to take. But most of the time, you don't have to care about how many troops you lose. Whereas in this game, you do care. And in fact, you care more than just, oh, how many casualties I've taken. You also care about your officers being wounded, because each individual unit has its own officer, and each individual unit needs its own officer. And there's only so many officers that you can get for your faction. Now, interestingly enough, it seems that there's a reinforcement point or a garrison point over here that the enemy is using. I have plenty of time. I don't need to rush this, by the way. So I can move the artillery. I wish I could see the range on the enemy. Now, there is no way of getting past this fact. So let's put it bluntly. Attacking the town will result in some pretty serious casualties on my side. I can bombard their position with my artillery, and I'll do just that for a bit. There's no reason to dawdle over here. Let's just speed this up a bit. Do have quite a bit of time. And obviously I have to consider alright, go, 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 go. They do have artillery on the other side. That's something that's worth keeping in mind. Alright. Charge in. Hit them from the side as well. Move the artillery up. That should be sufficient, I feel, to break them. I'm gonna move the supplies up a bit. Alright. Let's get at them with the cavalry as well. Come I should probably get the skirmishers off the high ground. And send them after those guys. Artillery, move it forward. Get Grant right there. I'm at not the best position. Well, alright, he is in reasonable enough condition to probably make that push. Get go. Oof. Problems. Need to... Alright, they're gonna break, I think. Alright, I'll probably capture some of them. But the issue remains, I'm not breaking these guys over here. And I do need to break them if I'm going to win. Maybe a flanking attack? They do have artillery. And skirmishers inside here. Alright, let's go. Well, that was a scrap. Wait for the artillery to shoot once. There we go. It did shoot. Now let's go get it. That should be. Alright, just a couple more seconds until the town is mine. Oh, I didn't realize these guys were still around. Let's go deal with them. My guys are in heavy cover. That obviously will help. Well, I can always flank these with Walton. 4 seconds, well, 4 minutes in a sense, I guess. Yeah, that did it. 2. Alright, rebels prepare for a counterattack. No problem. So we just need to hold. This town is secure, but the rebels are determined to retake it. We have prepared some entrenchments to stop their assault. Multiple enemy regiments approaching from the woods. The most serious threat is the armored train coming down the rails. Without cannon, we will have great difficulty neutralizing it. We will get the cannons. The good news is that we've got reinforcements en route, which include strong artillery batteries. They should arrive in about an hour. No problem. It's going to be a hard fight, General. Ready to receive your orders. Nah, not as hard as you might believe, actually. Alright, get the artillery in position. We're gonna have a real stunning fight on our hands this time. Yeah, that house should provide a good position. Maybe I'm tempted to just send some skirmishers ahead. Alright, we need to hold the town. That's all we need to do. It would be nice to do some damage to the enemy, but it's not mandatory. We need reinforcements. That's actually not good cover. Okay, so be it. The problem is, you've got this resupply point, right? Over here. Alright, we're rebels sighted. We need reinforcements right now. Should probably bring my cavalry to bear to help out Zook. Alright, reinforcements are arriving. Wait. That's... Yep. Their artillery is gonna arrive soon enough. Alright, they're gonna get hammered until I can deal with that armored train, I'm afraid. But that's gonna take a bit of time, actually. Alright, let's try and flank these factors. Alright, they're gonna break sooner rather than later. Take them out then. Skirmishers are done for. Yep. They're finished. Well, they did their role. They kept a lot of the enemy busy. Alright, artillery is still getting into position. I actually want to destroy that armor train, by the way. So let's try and take it out. Right, there are still 2 units of the enemy that are incoming. I gotta get my cavalry out. Withdraw the hell out of this battle. Get out, get out. Alright, that armor train is taking some damage. It's gonna start retreating soon enough. There we go. The artillery there should be sufficient to finish it off, I hope. Now the best course of action would be to actually flank them with Zook. Over here. There are still 2 enemy brigades coming in from the north, so that's obviously a concern that I need to take into consideration. And finish it. Crap. They're advancing. Let's get the cavalry in as well. Maybe actually send the cavalry for the artillery. That would work. Take it down, come on. Well, I got a bit too greedy and I got one of my generals killed, though. Pretty sure I wouldn't have kept him either way. Eh. Issue for later. Just gotta win this battle. I'll worry about the damn consequences later. I'll just speed it up, no point in dawdling. The battle is over, they're wasting resources over here. It is certainly one of the issues of the game that they continue to fight even when clearly they can't win. I mean, it's pretty obvious actually that they can't win. Alright. They did lose... Yeah, I lost quite a bit of men myself, actually. Okay, not bad. Alton. Well, too many casualties, I feel, but no problem. I'll go politics. That's actually the smartest idea. Or is it? To be fair, I think at this point army organization is something that does require my attention.
Yes, sir.
Well, not enough troops, I'm afraid. I have 4, 5, 6 brigades. Certainly not enough men to equip them. Alright, well. Let's see how many men I can get over here. Well, we'll be outnumbered, but that's not the problem. Well, let's fight this actually as well. Although it wouldn't hurt to have some skirmishers, unfortunately I have no way.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I have 2 divisions. I'll need more army organization as well. So let's fight that distress call. They're attacking. Alright, our supply depot is in danger of being overrun by rebels. The vanguard of your army moved quickly to reinforce it. Confederate forces approach from this direction. And this road. We've got a few skirmishers to send in order to delay them. No problem. Okay, we can probably have at your disposal a small garrison of the supply depot. Surely not enough men to withstand all those enemies heading towards us. But the rest of your forces will not take long to arrive and join the defense. Today you can win a glorious victory for yourself. Hold your ground, General. Yeah. Probably so. Hold on. Yeah, that will do. I'll send all I have over here in terms of cavalry. All my men. Actually, yeah, I'll leave that guy right there. Speed it up a bit. We are going to be under extreme pressure. Yeah, enabling the music. I think they've resolved the copyright issue on YouTube. Guess we'll find out, right? Okay, these skirmishers must hold. Incoming, boys. Damn it all, it's not enough. Alright, I'll use the cavalry to harass the hell out of them. Where the hell? Where's my cavalry? Where is my cavalry? Don't tell me they actually fucking ran. Okay, reinforcements. Quite a few of them. All right, they're more or less collapsing over there. Skirmishers over here on the right have done a phenomenal job, actually. Boys, go in and smash those fuckers to pieces. Alright, I think what should be able to stop the brigades that are heading that way. But I don't know for certain. I think it's time to get these guys. Oh, shit. Come on, fuck off with that cavalry. Alright, I'll send... Probably pull back before I lose any more generals. Alright, cavalry. These guys have held like lions. As I expected them to. Skirmishers are a nightmare to dislodge. I haven't captured many of them though. That's the great unfortunate effect here. The Confederates don't fucking surrender. Not to the green boys that make up the Union Army. Still, the green boys of the Union Army are kicking their fucking asses. My name is Ransom, and I will be a stubborn prick that refuses to submit, even when all hope is lost. Alright, let's get these. Alright, need to fall back. Hold the line, so to speak. Yep, incoming. Not too shabby. Actually, I numbered them, but that's what happens. 280 prisoners. Wait, do I have? Yes. Oh. Yeah, Major. He leveled up. Let's see. Okay, now we'll do. Increase the artillery though, and maybe get some better guns.
Sir, yes, sir!
Alright, so we're out of cash. I should probably sell the reboard farmers, actually. Sell these babies, get a bunch of veterans over here. Well, maybe I won't be able to afford all of that, keeping in mind that I also need cash for the veterans themselves. Skirmishers, no. 6-pounder field artillery. No, not gonna sell any of that. Could use some of the political favors to get some 10-pounders. Those 10-pounders could be useful to, you know, improve. How many we're talking about? 6. How big can I get this? Though keeping in mind, obviously, there's the cost. Still, I think it's worth it. Wait. Ah, crap. Hold on. Well, that certainly could have been a lot worse for me. Still, this is my army. Yeah, I should probably get some more supplies, I think. But I don't actually think that's gonna be an issue. Limited range, but not much else I can sell. Costin signing out.